Okay, boys and girls, the objective for today is to write equations to represent and solve a variety of addition and subtraction situations. Let's read the directions. Write a story problem that could be solved using this bar model. Okay, looking at this bar model from what we learned yesterday, do you think we are going to be adding or subtracting today? Or today, I mean, just on this problem. Are we going to be adding or subtracting? Landon? Okay, and why do you think that? Landon, I'm not yet. Go ahead.
Because they already gave us the answer, but we still need to figure out when to get adding.
Okay, it could be that. Okay, it could be that, but actually, I think it's subtraction because it gave you the answer. You know what I mean? So because it gave you the big number, that should be your first number, right? Okay, it gave you the big number, guys. Okay, so that should tell you that you're subtracting if it gave you a big number. Okay, and then you have 9, so then you're probably going to be doing 15 minus 9, or take away 9. Okay, it didn't give you the other little number. Does that make sense? Not really? Okay, let me see your faces. Thumbs up if it makes sense. Thumbs down if maybe I need to say some more. Okay. All right. Look at this bar model. When you subtract, remember we always have to subtract with the big number, right? Okay. So if you're seeing this bar model and it's giving you the big number, you know you're going to have to subtract. That's going to have to be your first number. Because if you add 15 plus something, plus 9, you are not going to get a littler number, are you? That's not going to make sense in the bar. You have to subtract the 9, not add the 9, because that wouldn't make sense. Now, what Landon said, though, is he was saying that it gave you the answer, and you could put 9 in there, and then you have a number that you don't know. That is true, too. Okay? That is true too, and you could do that. But for me, I think it's easier saying that I know I have the big number 15, so I probably need to take away 9. You can actually do it both ways, though. Landon is not wrong. Okay? He's not wrong. You could do the addition fact, but then you'd have to find the missing addend. Okay? Or you could do the subtraction fact and find the answer to that subtraction problem. Okay? I would probably do the subtraction fact, but that's because I guess I know subtraction really well. Or maybe some of you guys don't know it as well, and so maybe you would like to add. We'll figure out a problem for this addition fact, for like Landon said, but for right now, let's do the subtraction one, okay? So, whenever you have a story problem, usually you have to start with somebody's name or something like that. Okay? So somebody give me a name. Raise your hand. Give me an easy short name. Easy short name. Grayson? Give me an easy short name. Keep your hand up. You gotta have an answer. Ivan? You guys gotta have it in your mind already. Kason? What? Okay, how about we just say Jake? It's even shorter. Okay. What do we want to say about Jake? Dina? If our first number needs to be 15, what do we want to say?
Jake has
15 what?
balls.
Balls. Jake has 15 balls. Very good. Now, what are we doing with those balls, guys? we're doing a subtraction problem like this, then we are doing what with them? Xander?
Like counting back at all of them and instead because those like throw them in the trash.
Yeah, like you're giving them away, right? Or something like that. So what could we say? Jake has 15 balls. What does he do with those balls? He has to get rid of them somehow. What is he going to do with them? Kinley?
He gives 9 to Chase.
Okay. He gives, or I'm going to say 9 balls to Chase. He gives 9 balls to Chase. Okay, what question would we ask at the end so that we're asking for an answer? Jaren?
What is the missing item or something?
No, when
What is
you would be doing addition.
What would be the answer?
Okay, but I don't want to say what would be the answer. I want to try a different kind of thing. Isaac? Yet or have left. How many balls does Jake have left? How many balls does Jake have left? Okay, we're answering the question. Jake had 15 balls. He gave 9 to Chase. How many balls does Jake have left or have now? Ivan? You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, let's answer this right here. 6 what? We have to have a label. 6 what? You have 6, Kinley?
Oh.
Balls. Okay. Now, I will tell you that if we did instead this problem, like Landon was talking about, we would have to write the problem a little differently, okay? We'd probably just use Jake and not use the word Chase, okay? We could say Jake.
His grandma gave 6 more balls to him or something.
Well, we could say Jake has 15, or no, Jake has some balls. We don't know how many. He has some balls. I guess we could say Jake has some balls. Chase has 9 balls. How many balls would Jake have? And you would write it right here, right? Oh, we had to say 15 though. So we might have to just say it. Jake has some balls. Chase gave him 9 more balls. Now Jake has 15 balls. How many did he have to begin with? Does that make sense? But that's why I think it's easier to subtract, because you just know you have the big number and you have to take away some instead of you have this many balls and you need to find out how many are left or how many you need to get to 15. Okay? All right. Let's turn the page. All right. Let's read the problem up here. A number sentence can be used to show a problem. There were some girls and 4 boys at the playground. There were 9 children in all. How many girls were at the playground? Okay, now to me this is a subtraction problem, but they're doing it like Landon said. They're actually doing the addition part. You know that there are 9 kids all together. You know that there are 4 boys. We need to know how many girls there are. Boys and girls, when you have a missing add-in, you might see a box. Okay? This says this box right here is a placeholder for the missing number. So when you have a missing number, you are just going to put a box. Okay? So they say the missing number plus 4 equals 9. How many girls were at the playground? If you know there were 4 boys and 9 kids all together, they gave you the answer, right? So how many girls were there? What number plus 4 equals 9? Everyone? 5. So you would put a 5 in the missing box, okay? And then you can answer the answer of 5. Okay? Now, this is what I'm going to have you do. With your partner, you're going to do number 2, and you can do number 3 together. You have to do 4, 5, and 6 by yourself. Okay? Got it? Okay, we're going to do number 1 together as a whole class. Okay? Let's read the share and show. Write a number sentence for the problem. Use a box for the missing number, then solve. Okay, so let's look at this. There were 14 ants on the sidewalk. Then 6 ants went into the grass. How many ants were still on the sidewalk? Okay, do we have a big number in here? Yes. What does that tell you? What does that tell you we are going to do? Are we going to add or are we going to subtract? Jason? We are going to subtract because they gave us a big number. So where would we put the 14 on our number sentence? Nina?
Up at the beginning.
At the beginning. So we have 14 ants on the sidewalk. That's what it said first, right? Make sure you're writing this down. 14 ants on the sidewalk. And then you said that we are going to what?
Subtract.
Okay, so we're going to put 14 minus. What's our second number going to be? What's our second number going to be? Xander? Okay, because there were 6 that went into the grass, right? So they're not on the sidewalk anymore. So you're minusing 6. 14 minus 6. Now, we have to put an equal sign, right? Equals, put your box for your missing number. Equals what? Make sure you have a box for your missing number. Equals box. Okay, writing that down, Grayson? Okay. Now, boys and girls, how many would that make left? If you had 14 ants on the sidewalk and 6 of them crawled off the sidewalk and into the grass, how many would be left, Ivan? 8. So you can put your 8 ants down here. If you want to put 8 in the box, that's fine too. Okay? As long as you have a box. Okay. And actually, I want to do number 2 together too. I'm sorry, I thought maybe we should try both kinds. Okay? And then I'll let you do all of them on your own with your partner, and then homework will be on your own. Does that make sense? Okay, and the back will be on your own too. Okay. There were 7 big dogs and 4 little dogs at the park. How many dogs were at the park? Are we going to be adding or subtracting in this problem, Grayson? We're going to be adding in this problem. So what will the first number be? Chase?
4.
I would probably put 7 first just because it was the first number in the problem. But you can do 4, okay? That's not wrong. You could do 4 too, okay? It really doesn't matter. I can do 4, okay? I just probably would have done 7 since it was the first thing that they said, but that's fine. 4 plus what?